Good evening, lovely people. 14 people in the chat already. Can you tell I'm giving away some stuff for free? How are we all doing this evening? Lots and lots of people in the chat already. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. Right, who have we got? Starting right from the top. I think Babs was first in. No, Max popped in earlier to say hello. This was like 4:05 this afternoon. He was very, very keen. Babs, she's first in. I think she just beat me in. No, in fact, she was in a minute after me, 1 minute past 7. Got Babs. She is a bit early. She is a bit early. Don was next up. Good evening, Don. Long-time supporter of the channel and very much appreciated. Santa's in, of course, an ardent supporter, and thank you so much, Santa. 23 people up. Oh, this word has got about, hasn't it? I'm giving away free stuff. Santa's already getting his duck on. Wait for a few more people to join. I'm sure it will shoot up, and I will tell you how you can get yourself into the duck race and what it means, because obviously I'm not going to assume that everybody is familiar with the duck race shenanigans. Sam and Bell in the house. Richard. Friday night, a lovely start to this fabulous weekend we are going to have. Absolutely. Absolutely. This weekend is going to be triumphant. Even though as I say those words, I can hear the rain bouncing off the window to the side of me. But anyway, we are the eternal optimists. I say Tam and Bill are in the house. Jamie Summers, good evening, sir. Mr. Frog. Who else? Commander-in-Chief and Mr. Walsh, good evening, sir. Let me turn the volume off on my phone. I left the volume on my phone because it's nice to get a ka-ching while we're doing a live, obviously, but for some inexplicable reason, when I'm on my computer, it mutes my eBay app, so I don't even get that. Next show. Good evening, James. How are you? Good evening, good evening. Hello, Dave. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hope everyone's well, enjoying the amazing weather. You're only about an hour out of the road, mate, and I don't know. I don't think the sun's out where you are either. Then again, saying that, I'm sure in the Rawlinson household, the sun is always shining. It was my great pleasure to meet James last weekend for the first time. And spoiler alert, my video that's coming out at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon is it features him quite heavily. Bit of a comedy, well, an unintentional comedy skit in that video as well, so watch out for that. Nearly at 5k. I know, how exciting is that? I think I'm at, last time I checked, I can't remember. Yeah, not so far off 5,000. Well, I think that's been a bit ambitious actually, maybe 4.2. Anyway, channel's doing well and I'm very happy about it. Good evening, Claire. How are you? That really good mood that I've been in all week is just not quit. And I'm on a diet tonight. I've only got my little bottle of Jack because I fully intend on getting up early and hitting these listings, because today I've got an absolute mammoth haul from the charity shops. So I'll be getting into listing that tomorrow. As I was saying to James last weekend, if you're enjoying what you're doing, it's not really like working. So I shall be chipping away at that. Good evening, Chris. One of the newer members of the ABL Reselling Community Facebook group. There's 3 spaces left, by the way, folks. So if you want a spot in the ABL Reselling Community Facebook group, it's very exclusive. I'll say exclusive. It's a 500 member limit. The reason we do that is to keep it friendly and on message, and it's working so very well. And a lot of groups that get too big, they get unmanageable, and there's bitchiness and clickiness happen, and just sniping and just general kind of negativity. There is none of that in the group, none of it. Everybody's dead helpful, and obviously that positive vibe kind of echoes throughout the whole group. There's 3 spaces left. If you want one of those 3 spaces, if you're not already in the group, send me a message on Instagram, and the first 3 people who send me those messages from this point will get the link. What I do every now and again, in fact, there's 13 spaces came up in the last week because I went through all the members and basically took off all the dead accounts, all the deactivated Facebook accounts. So that's, and there's 3 left. Good evening, Ian. Evening, sir. I think I've said hello to Don. Yep, everybody's saying hello. Cherry is in the house. The thrifty shutterbug. Right, I'm going to just zoom through these hellos. Kath's in. Good evening, Kath. Steve-O. I think we've got a few people who are already moderators as well. So I know I've noticed in the lives, the reselling lives just recently, there's been a lot more prevalence of spam kind of links and just, pardon the expression for this early on a Friday evening, but knobheads, quite frankly. So if any of the moderators that have got the little spanners spot any of those, just boot their asses out. Thank you. Good evening, Annette. How are you doing this evening? JJ, what's up, my friend? Bang, bang. Looking for new names. Martin, what's up? The lovely Zoe, how are you? Right, these are lots and lots of hellos. Chris is in. Jilly, welcome, welcome, welcome. Gary, what's up? Okay. I'm going to shoot down. She's always flipping, Mandy. Some very familiar, very friendly faces in tonight. Jason, how you doing? Chris, you're in the giant car boot this weekend. I'm looking out the window, Chris, and I think we might be getting notification that it's off. I mean, I don't want to be a negative Nelly and all that, but you know that feel gets like if it's been chucking it down. So I've got everything crossed because I'm so keen to get back to Burscough. I love that boot sale. And obviously when Robin's Island on as well. Have you been to Robin's Island yet, Chris? So if you haven't, I'll steer you in the right direction because it's worth a shot. It's usually a shorter season there than Burscough, but it's only 10 minutes away from the site. So a good route on the Sunday would be Burscough, Robin's Island, and then Bolton. Or the opposite way around, whichever you fancy. But it's a good route. Yeah. If you haven't got the information on that, I'll furnish you with it. Zoe saying it's such a good group. It really is, isn't it? I know it's kind of taken on. So I know it's branded ABL, but really it's still like the members of the group that make it such a success, and it's sort of like created a monster of positivity and sort of like into reseller support. Okay. I'm going to zoom down the chat now because I'm not seeing. Max is in. Max made it in. Good man, sir. Good man. Right, we're up to 50 people in the chat now. So, and I've zoomed down to the bottom. Right. I think I'm in the wrong one. I'm in the one all about bikes. Yep. Yeah, this is all about bikes. Right, this is how it's going to work. I'm giving away. Keep your expectations quite low. And I suppose it depends on your perspective, because if I was getting this for free when I started out reselling, it'd have been a big thumbs up. I'd have been well happy with it. So the plan is just over my right shoulder, you'll see a lighting rig. Turn it around a bit. It's just one of those, very, very bright. And incidentally, the tiny lady over my other shoulder with a very tiny head, and it's a perspective thing. That a mannequin is on the opposite side of the room, so it looks a lot smaller. So this is what I'm giving away, this lighting rig with the stand. I've got a spare bulb for it with the cloth that goes over the front. Anyway, it's spot on for well, for doing stuff like that basically, or lighting up a booth or overlighting, whatever you want to do with it. So I'm giving this away absolutely free of charge, and I'm going to send it for free of charge as well. And fingers crossed. I mean, there's a few people in from America. I mean, I don't want to, there's no way I can nobble these ducks, but I'll just have to bite my lip that somebody from the UK wins it. But if anybody from abroad wins it as well, I'm going to, I'll stand the cost of the postage as well. So hang the consequences. Right, this is how it works. If you're not familiar with the duck race, I know Chris is much more proficient at doing this with me than me, and he will collect the names for the duck race a week before for the week after, which would have been the better thing to do. But I'm going to be really, really brave and collect the names as we go. There's going to be a few gaps in this live because of that. What I want you to do, if you want to be in the duck race and you want to win this light, put your name in capitals in the chat. Right, there's going to be a mass tidal wave over these, I can see right from the get-go. So your name, just your name in capitals in the chat, so I can copy and paste that into this list I've got and stick the ducks and get the ducks ready to go, basically. So here we are. I knew this would happen. Chris, why didn't I do this last week? It's just moving too fast. Okay, so we've got it so far. Colin, Santa, Secret Carpet, Sam and Bell, Chris LeMay, Carpet Chris, which it's only for, he told me earlier about where to get my ducks from, which is very handy. Alfie. Right, this is fun, right? I'm just reading names out. This is fun. Roy Phillips, here we go. Okay. Jilly. If you've got a dead common name, by the way, I know it sounds like an awful thing to say. If you've got a dead common name, just make your duck a bit special. Just, I don't know, zhuzh up your name a little bit for your duck. I've lost what I'm up to there. There we go. Next name on the list, Chris Parkinson. Next, Mandy SAF. Right, this will calm down in a little bit, so just bear with me while I'm sticking these names on, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm already wishing that I had a bigger bottle of Jack Daniels. Sam and Bell have already... Don't put your name in again. I'm not that daft. Don't be cheat. I'm relying, well, slightly relying. I've got a fair memory as well, but I'm slightly relying on you guys being honest and only sticking your name in once. Okay, Nick. I've got 100 to go at, and I've no idea how many. I'm not keeping track of how many I'm putting on at the moment. So if we go over 100, can't see us doing, but if we go over 100, then I'm sorry, it's just the first 100 through the door that's going to be in the competition. My God, anybody would think I was giving away a Ferrari or something. Claire, I've already got you, Claire. No. I think one thing that Chris Hayden benefits from greatly is an amazing wife. I've had 2 amazing wives, but unfortunately, none of them are helping me do this bloody duck race. That really made me sound like a bigamist, didn't it? That's not how I was supposed to come across at all. Ian. Ian missed the brief, but I'll stick your name in anyway, Ian. Because if your name's not in capitals, then you don't stand out in the chat, so I can't copy your name. Right, okay. I think we're getting close now. Yeah, honestly, Chris has just said, you crazy man. I'm actually copying from the YouTube, not the StreamYard chat as well, so I'm not even keeping an eye on the chat. It took me a couple of tries to get this amazing wife too. There you go. Well, you've got to test drive. You got to test drive a few cars in the showroom first. I really need to shut up. James, you've just thrown a car amongst the pigeons. You're commenting on other people's names in capitals. Evening, GBP. How are you doing, sir? How's the weather in the States at the minute? Hopefully it's not peeing it down like it is out my back window at the minute. So he's saying, what have you done? I don't know. And it seemed like such a good idea at the time. And we'll get there as well. We'll get there because we're running out and I'm not seeing any new names now. So this is your last shout. If you want to be in the duck race, we'll give it, what time are we on now? It's 7:46. We'll give it until 7:50 and I'll pull the plug collecting the names. And if you're in, you're in. If you're out, then, oh well, never mind. Okay, so have we got any more names? Stick your name in capitals in the chat, and then I'll stick your name on this list for the duck race. And at the end of the show, copy the list just in case. Absolutely, yeah. So in fact, I've actually got it on a notepad rather than on the duck race thing, because I know a couple of times when I've seen Chris do it, it's got a bit tits up. So yeah, I've got it on the notepad as well, because I'm not typing these names out again. I don't think you guys will bear with me for that long. No. Okay, next name on the list is George. Gary George Lewin, sorry. Keeffe, just making sure. Yeah, you wanted another duck, Keeffe. I know your game. Have we got any more names? You look like Rolf Harris. I do look a bit. No, I don't. I don't look anything like Rolf Harris. I've had Ricky Gervais. I get called a lot. Okay, any more names? Last call. 3 minutes left. Oh no, let's have a look at the chat while we're waiting for names popping up. Okay. Chris saying, took me a couple of tries to get this amazing wife. Absolutely, mate. Got to be done. There's another name, Junie. I didn't see it. Well, I'm not really paying attention to the chat, to be honest. I've just been panicking about getting all these names right. Junie. Anya. Any more? Who have I missed in the chat? Yes, my duck is Maximus and Co. is my bro. Needed to get a full-time reselling. It's full-time reselling. Yeah, all over that, Santa. Just seeing your comment. Copy all the names before you start. Is a bit of clearing them all now? Yeah, not a problem at all. Dave Tea Cakes is in. Good evening. Yeah, everybody's saying the same thing. Copy the list. You have 29 names so far. I've discounted the cheaters. I'm going to cast my eye quickly over the list before we go for it. Okay. 31. Giuliani, I've collected those. Duckhead. Who's Duckhead? Mandy, is Duckhead your handle? Because I was looking for names, but there you go. Only to make it easy to find, to copy. Tam and Bell spell. Okay, That's just taking a mickey now. 62 people in the shot in the chat. Oh, there is a bit of a rider to this as well, by the way. Claire's just reminded me to tell. It's not a rider. I don't give a monkeys whether you click the thumbs up or not, but it would be very much appreciated. But if you want to be in the duck race, and just hit the thumbs up, and everybody else actually just. Dave, change you to I in in Duckhead. Right, I'm looking for confirmation on Duckhead actually. Is that Mandy? Mandy. No, he's my husband. Is he in the chat though? This is the thing, because technically you've got a double entry there. And I'm not sure that's sporting. Right, let's get back to the chat. So what is new with you guys this week? I mean, hopefully you've had as buzzing a week as I have, because I've just been absolutely on top of the world. Not least the fact that obviously last week I picked up a motorbike and got out on it last weekend. And this is a big deal to me. I'm sure Santa will back me up on this. Getting out on a bike is the best way to clear your head and obviously help mental health and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I know it's not for everybody. Some people are terrified of that, but not me. My bike a bike tried to kill me in 2008, but rather than knocking on the head, it made me more determined, because anything could get run over by a bus. So yeah, so there was that. That was obviously absolutely amazing. But this week as well, which has been a long time coming, I got a little bit emotional about it actually. On Tuesday, my bedroom was finally complete. Now I know it sounds like, oh, you decorate your bedroom, blah blah blah, whatever. But this has been a massive deal for me, because I moved into my house in 2007, and I did everything to this house on a budget, because I spent a fortune getting the bloody house. So like I say, it was done on a budget, and it was only until, well, probably Christmas, that I decided just to go for it, because it was never going to be a good time. I knew it was going to take a lot of money to achieve the goal I wanted to, so I just threw myself in it like an absolute pillock. I got my dates mixed up in my giddiness. What I heard from the bedroom fitter, because I've had fitted wardrobes. If you're on my Instagram, you'll see in the pictures. So I heard from the bedroom fitter the 7th of February. What he actually said was the 7th of March. So obviously I had everything prepared. I just stripped the ceiling down, the walls out, everything was completely gutted, ready for the 7th of February. Consequently, my house has been upside down. I've been sleeping on the front room floor for 2 months now. So that's added to the excitement. But the result is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, the chat's getting away from me here. The chat is getting away from me. Where are we up to? Ah, there we go. Martin was my marker. Cheers, Martin. Quack to you too, sir. TMT's in. I didn't see you. Good evening, Peter. Sharp. Peter, here we go. What's Max up to? I'm multitasking, cooking dinner and banking on duck race. I think we're crossing over into takeaway territory now. It's too late to be cooking tea. You'll get indigestion, mate. Oh, there you go. The BLTs are a remedy for kidney infections. I've heard this actually. A witch doctor told me. I've Dodger and Kyra, the doggies too, Jilly. They're not getting the duck. They are not getting the duck. Right, let me just see if I've missed any names, because yeah, we're going to pull it now. So here we go. Right, these are the people in the duck race: Colin, Santa, Secret Carper, Tam and Bell, Chris LeMay, Carbet Chris, Alfie, Roy Phillips, Jilly, Don, Chris Parkinson, Mandy SEF, Martin J, Chaz Flipstuff, Nick, Kathy, Maximus, Bang Bang Duck, Claire Bonetta, Jamie, Peter TMT, Dan Howitt, Ian L, Steve Brano, Cherry Jane, Matt H, Gary George Lewin, Junie, Anya, and Alex Grange. If I'll have a bit of an armistice, if I haven't just read your name out and you've put your name in above in chat, wherever it is on your screen. Just quickly put your name in capitals in the chat right now, and I'll copy them across. But you've got like a minute, because otherwise this live will all be about me copying names onto a list. And I know sometimes you have to use the word entertainment with my channel very, very loosely, but I think that would be an all-time low. Okay. Sassy and Dougal want a duck each. Not happening, Jilly. Not happening at all. Tamabel saying Santa get Vidal Baboon in there. No, I think word has it from Santa that Vidal Baboon's actually retired. He's gone into to live in a hairdresser's monkey sanctuary in the deepest, darkest of Peru, or some shit like that. A duck for Lee too. Is Lee in the chat? Did Lee put his name down? I missed that. Sorry. There we go. Get in the queue, Chris. Yeah, back of the line. Okay, have I missed anybody? Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's a few more here. Chop, chop. I think I already shouted you out. Did I? Nope. Okay, so we've got... I forgot. I didn't forget Cookie. Cookie's not getting a bloody duck. Joanne, it's your own name in the chat. So I'm sorry to be a bit of a stickler on this, because it's hard enough to follow as it is, if I'm honest. I know it's my fault it's difficult to follow, but I was trying to make it simple by just saying, just comment your name in capitals in the chat. If you're not in the chat, you can't take part. I mean, come on. Fair's fair. Chop, chop. Here we go. Nearly missed John YLM. What is... I've been meaning to ask you, John. What does the YLM stand for? It's going to be something really obvious now. I'm being a pillock. Right, Ania, already got you. Jason Entwistle. There we go. In the list. This is driving Dave Quackers. It is, Ian. It really is. There's an abundance of duck-related innuendos that will be flying around. Tea cakes, I think. I'm pretty sure I didn't put you in. Right, any more for any more? She did put a name. Who did put a name? Hang on, let's scroll back up here. Joanne? Do you mean Joanne, TMB? Right, fair dues. I'll take your word for it, because you're honourable people. That was an awful accent, wasn't it? Right, that's it. Pulling the plug. End of story. That's it. That's your list. So added to the list was Junie, Anya, Alex Grange, Jess Porky, Chop Chop, John YLM, Jason Entwistle, Carol McDonald, Tea Cakes, and Joanne. That's it. That's the list complete. Yes, Joanne Dalton. Thank you very much for that. I don't want to be getting told off. This giveaway fits the bill. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Oh, it was right under the next comment. Joanne, sorry about that. Yeah, fair play to you. Fair play. I did nearly miss your name, Joanne, but everybody jumped to your rescue and saved my bacon. Pardon the pun. I hope you can't hear that in the background. The teenagers next door are just teenagers. I don't like teenagers. Okay, Claire, what was Claire saying? My house extension's finally finished after a road builder fleeced me for 25 grand. Had to be taken down. Damn, that kind of knocks all my stresses over the last 6 months into a cocktail. Really sorry to hear that. Good evening, Sean. Good evening, Sean. Oh, there we go. That's it. There you are, Joanne. I've just put you down as Joanne, I think. So you'll see your duck, I'm sure. And there's no replication of the words. Right, so the duck race, I'm going to be doing at the end of this live, probably about 8:30, give or take. So We're working on about an hour for the live, and what you will win is this light with the tripod. Yeah, got the tripod, very bright, lights up all your stuff. Is displayed with the tiny headed lady over there with the jacket on. If you've never seen a duck race before, it's lots of fun. I'll probably do the commentary if my voice holds out that long. I think I've read that one out. Cookie's not getting a duck. Sorry, Cookie. I'll send you a bone instead. Okay, names. Skipping past the name comments. BLs or BLMs? Bacon, lettuce, mayo. I was going to ask then as well. Has anybody had any big wins this week as far as pickups are concerned? I know, like I said, today I spent £450 in charity shops today. That is a lot of money, obviously, but it's a pile. It is a pile. I must have over 100 items, comfortably over 100 items, and there's a mixture in there. A lot of clothes, a lot of shoes, but there's a lot of vintage stuff as well. And for the first time ever, I'm being brave, and I've bought some breakables, basically some pop figures. There's a lot of Disney tiny. The lady I was speaking to did actually tell me what they were called. The Wade pottery, but they're really tiny Disney porcelain figures. And somebody will mention it in the chat now and remind me what not curios. There's a name for these tiny little porcelain figures from Disney anyway. So whimsies, that's it. Thrifty Shutterbug, thank you very much. Whimsies, that's the word I was looking for. It was on the tip of my tongue. Yes, Lad Media, long story. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's what the YLM stands for in John YLM, by the way. I did ask. Mr. Richard Knight in the house. We are honoured. I'm sure every single last one of you in the chat is familiar with Richard, with Knight's Live, Saturday Night Live at 7:30 on a Saturday night on the Knight's Live channel. So go and join Richard and James tomorrow if you have nothing better to do. There is yeah, it's the place to be. I mean, this is really amateurish live anyway, but those guys just knock it out of the park. They're absolutely brilliant. I'll certainly be in the chat for that. Looking for new comments. John thought it was "You love me." Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna make up our own answer to the YLM question. I'm getting an extension next year. This puts me off so many robbing kits. I always say, Jilly, you can't beat personal recommendations from friends. I've benefited greatly, and I mean greatly, from good friends that are tradesmen. And I don't say that from a financial point of view, because I insist. If any of my friends, I've got a friend who's an electrician, friends who are plasterers, and friends who are plumbers, and I insist on paying them the going rate. And they will still get a tip as well, as I would with any sort of like tradesman. But I absolutely insist on paying them the going rate, because it's like if I buy off anybody in the reselling community, then the price is negotiated fairly, as though we weren't sort of like connected in any way. But my friends, I insist on paying them the going rate, because it's only the done thing. But I don't know, Jilly, and I don't know where you are in the country, but I can certainly, if you're anywhere near me or anywhere near the Northwest, I can certainly give you some very strong recommendations of people that I would personally trust to work on my house. So if you're anywhere up near my way, then give us a shout. Where did you travel to today, Dave? Well, that would be giving the game away, Kath, and it's a secret I hold very dear to my heart. Chris, I know big wins this week, but a big fail and a 3-day ban on eBay for people forced counterfeit claims on items. That's a test of that is. How did you go about countering that, Chris? Did you have to get in contact with eBay? Who did you speak to? Like, what was your experiences there? So I'd be interested to see a bit of a timeline because I picked up a ban, I think it was the year before last, for the use of what was it now? Remington pictures. And it's one thing that's, I mean, I know it's a bit naughty to be using other people's pictures anyway, but I was using Remington stock pictures for whatever it was, hair dryers, curlers, whatever. And I got a 3-day ban because it was the second time, like a bloody idiot, that I'd done it. And I got a 3-day ban for that. So obviously since then, I've just been taking my own pictures, even for new stuff. But it'd be interesting to hear what your experiences were there, because that's not something, fortunately, touch wood, I've come across. There you go, Whimsies, Himsies and Whimsies. Yep, it's Whimsies. She did actually tell me that as well. Lucky to find a great guy who did a perfect build. I'd take the other bastard to court. We had no money. Yeah, that's usually the case. They've got no money, they go bankrupt, or you just can't bloody find them. So I really feel for you. Can somebody kick out that? It looks a bit Russian, that name. Spam in the chat. Very much appreciate it. Picked up a print box set a short while ago. Sold very quick for $39.99. Post and package. Definitely underpriced it. Yeah. It's one of those where you can only do your best job at the time. I had a lens for a GoPro I sold, and it was, I think, it was certainly my fastest sell this year. From listing this lens to selling it was 3 minutes, and it went for 65 quid plus postage. And it's just a bit of lens that, well, it's a bit of kit that I bought personally to use for vlogging, and I just don't use it anymore. But you always get bang, that feeling that you have underpriced it, or maybe you just got lucky. I know that on eBay, a lot of people save items, particularly if it's unusual or rare. They'll save their items to the watch list. So as soon as you list it, they get a notification. That's why a lot of things sell quite quickly. Maybe that was the case. Thanks, Dave. I've saved 4 years to save my money to be wasted. Man, I tell you what, that's just a bounce back from that. I mean, even if you got a decent job and you're comfortable well off, that's going to take a bit to bounce back for. I really feel for you, Jilly. Welcome for my presence in the chat. Just my dad's rich. I'm kind of a big deal. Okay. We're very, very pleased to have you, Alistair. I'm glad your dad's rich. And indeed that you're a big deal. Everybody in the chat is a big deal as well. I mean, obviously not as big a deal as you, but hey, can't have everything. Chris, I have the same thing in a minute, but a 7-day counterfeit claim. Ouch. I've escalated it and not heard back from those at all. When you say you've escalated it, Kev, have you phoned them? Have you spoken to real people, or have you gone through the chat? Because I found when I use the chat, or well, anything other than speaking to a real person, if I'm honest, that it really, there's no context for them. So more often than not, they'll find against you, whatever the case might be. So I always try and speak to a real person. Live sale. No, it's not. eBay didn't give a shit, just had to write it out. Hey, you know what they're like. They don't even listen to you on the phone. Yeah, I suppose it's all down to, well, I suppose it's down to individual circumstance. So keep trying. If you phone them back again, maybe you'll speak to somebody who's a bit more sympathetic. Ian, hope your car boot is on, Dave. Have to be up at the crack of dawn though. Absolutely. There we go. Back in with the duck puns. When my mates say mates rates, and they're used to me because I know you won't rip you off, and you get a job well done. I don't want to add a business supplying and fitting blinds. Yeah, you gotta look after your friends' businesses at the end of the day. In fact, it just doesn't compute with me. People who ask for discounts or special rates off the mates. I know mates rates is a well-known phrase, but it doesn't sit really well with me because I want to support my friends. They're my friends. I'd rather support my friends' businesses than Johnny Randabout. That's for damn sure. TK case it's worse when somebody messages after and say a buyer doesn't go through with the sale, they will pay more. Yeah, it's one of them. It's just the sale's done then, and it's unless there's a returned open or there's an issue, then I kind of forget it and move on to the next one. I've had literally just before I came on live, sold something and then instantly got a message saying of the buyer saying, "Can you cancel this order?" And it doesn't auto relist. So anyway, these things are sent to try us. All bound down to Alistair. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If I hope your shoes are nice and dirty so we can all clean them for you. My dad hasn't got a pot to piss in. Sorry, I was stuffing my face. Got a really fast pie arm. Okay, getting through the chat. So significant things that have happened this week to you. Obviously, we've had like a shitty example from Jilly, from Claire, sorry, getting ripped off. Was it Jilly? I'm losing track of the chat now. So here we go. Plenty of amazing builders for beds. Heart. There we go. If you're anywhere near Max, I haven't caught up with a question, the response to whereabouts you are in. I don't want your address, just where you are in the country, and maybe, just maybe, somebody in the chat I'll be able to steer in the right direction, help you out, stuff like that. Keeping love in the house. So Max knows plenty of amazing builders in the Bedfordshire and Hertfordshire and Buckinghamshire areas. Loads of dodgy ones. Of course there are, mate. Of course there are. Santa, you are an absolute legend. This will in no way sway the results of the duck race because it's completely independently adjudicated. Thank you very much indeed, Santa. That's very much appreciated. I shouldn't type with my glasses on. I've been trying to type with my glass on for a while now. I'm getting a bit hoarse. 75 people in the chat. I think this is a new personal best for me. Who Kev? Found them on a daily basis, at least 3 days. It's on a $3.99 cassette to 40 years ago. I asked them how they knew it was counterfeit. They said because the listing had less than 6 images. What? That's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. It's like everybody you've spoken to was having a bad day or something. You'd have thought they'd just give you, for something like that, you just give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, sorry, they would just give you the benefit of the doubt. There you go, calves all over your business, Santa. No, it's the duck race. You'll know this duck race is completely impartial. I have no sway on it whatsoever. Oh, so it wasn't me. It was Claire. Must have been Claire then. Sorry, I did get my Jillies and my Claire's mixed up there. Claire's the lovely lady who bought the cufflinks off me. The RAF cufflinks, if memory serves. I remember that bit. I remember people who buy stuff off me and what they bought, but I struggle with names. Jilly's in the northeast, Durham way. So if anybody's in the chat from the northeast and Durham who can recommend well, perhaps find Jilly's channel and send her a DM, maybe on Insta or something like that, offer some recommendations. If Jillie's open for that kind of stuff. I'm sure she'll answer your question anyway. But yeah, so anybody in the northeast that way on. So hit Jillie up on. I'm assuming Jillie on Instagram or through her channel. Worst thing today, almost had a fight in Leyland. I told you, mate, you need to stop falling out with lollipop ladies. It's just a man of your age and stature. It's just not cricket. Shell's World, good evening. I think that's a new name in the chat. Very, very welcome to you. I'll be seeing Polish Peter tomorrow. I was talking to him earlier on Instagram. Gets about see him in your vids. Yeah, definitely. What an absolute legend that man is. So I haven't heard from him for, well, maybe sort of like a handful of messages over the winter, and this week I think it's been a couple of times. I think he's just he's risen from hibernation, ready to hit the car boots of Yorkshire this season. Got a parcel that's stuck in the InPost locker since the 20th of February. InPost told me they don't know when they'll be fixed. Well, the lockers themselves are knackered. So I've got a crowbar you can borrow, mate. just tell InPost, don't worry about it. We'll sort it out. Just make sure there are no CCTV cameras pointing at it. Got my MacBook, hard to get a second-hand one shop sold out. All I can say is love it. Thanks for the recommendation. Yes, mate. Honestly, you will not look back. I'm pretty confident now that you won't go back to a PC after getting a Mac. This is where I'm going to get a lot of heat in the chat now. Am I drinking that? No, I'm not drinking it, Nate. I've got my cherry Pepsi Max, and it's bloody lovely. I only got a little one because, I mean, if you guys have seen me on Saturday Night Live before now, I get a little bit too comfortable and forget there's lots and lots of people watching and just get drunk. There's time yet, though. How long have we got till duck race? Time check. What's the bloody clock on? We've got 13 minutes to duck race, folks. Jillie's saying she loves a MacBook as well. Yeah, absolutely. Won't be without mine. On a good note, it's new car day tomorrow. Yeah. There's only one thing better than new car day. New bike day. Beats new car day every day of the week. What is it you're getting, Claire? Anything sexy? I tried to do £12.25 as my usual, but apparently this is impossible on YouTube mobile. I think that's $12.25. That's about £567, isn't it? Here, Jillie's ahead of me there. What are you getting, Claire? We need to know these things. Yeah, you think they give us a benefit of the doubt. They thank you for being top rated seller. Yeah, of course he will. I think that's the standard bit of the script. Thank you for being loyal to eBay for the last since however long it is. His usual call center overseas. Yeah, they're all scripted. I mean, I know it sounds. I mean, it's not an iffy thing to say. It's just personal experience. I find that if I get told of the call centers in Ireland, that perhaps a little less is lost in translation, because I understand that obviously the people who work for eBay where English isn't necessarily their first language struggle with context a little bit more than say people speaking to people in Irish call centers would do. And I think in those cases you're more likely to get a bit more benefit of the doubt. Move that camera down a little bit. So and then maybe keep trying, mate, see if you can get hold of somebody in Ireland. And I know it's luck of the draw. It might take a dozen phone calls or whatever, but that just sounds properly unjust. That $3.99 cassette tape and you get and it's affecting your business. Really, that's just shocking, mate. Swapping my 2 Series convertible for an Audi Q3 All of a sudden, nobody feels sorry for you anymore, Claire. Very nice indeed. See, it is a sexy motor. I was only joking there, by the way. Got a pint of chocolate cherry stout to accompany on tonight's live. Awesome. That, when I say awesome, that sounds bloody minging. But I've never tried it. Maybe it's a nice thing. One thing when my girls were little, I'm in the 28 and 30 now, but when my girls were little, I always said to them, as far as when they sit down at tea time or anything like that, they weren't allowed to say that they didn't like anything that was presented them as a meal until they'd actually tried it. So maybe I won't perhaps go as far as a pint for my first outing, but I'll have a go at a bit of chocolate cherry stout. Shelley's one of the OGs. Superb. Another spammer in the chat at David Shelby. If a mod would like to kick them out. Once you have a Mac, you never go back. Absolutely. Right, time check. 9 minutes to duck race. I've got my list so we can copy paste. So it should go swimmingly well. But because this is a live, then anything can happen. I did actually do a test run earlier. I did a couple of test runs actually. I won every time. But my name's not on this list, by the way. I really don't want to win this live. I could show you. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this, it's not brand new, by the way, clearly. So it's perfectly serviceable and all the rest of it, and it'll be packaged well and shipped off to you, so it will arrive in the condition it leaves in. But the reason I'm doing this live, aside from the fact that I wanted to spend time with you lovely people anyway, is the fact that I've got a new lighting setup. This one, because this is in my front room, I mean, you guys will have seen from the videos, my office and my stock room, there's not enough room to swing a cat in there, let alone for something like this to have a bit of distance from the mannequin so I can take decent pictures, particularly when we're looking at bits of clothing like that, when you need to be a reasonable distance away. It just takes up too much room in the room, too much real estate in the room. So I've got quite a nice ring light. Actually, I've spent a bit of money on it, and when it's not in use, it fits flat against the wall, so it's perfect. So this, I never bothered collapsing it down in between photo shoots, so it was basically a pain in the chuff. I do like stuff being neat. It's amazing I'm single. I'm drinking rhubarb gin. I really drink. Has it been that bad for you? I mean, people normally have to drink if you spend time with me, if I'm perfectly honest, Julie, but there you go. So I'm missing any other comments from significant things that have happened in your guys' week. So hit me up with some anecdotes. That would be interesting to share, I think. Are you trying any new boot sales this year? I'm good. Yeah, absolutely. I love going to new boot sales. There's one that I've been trying to get to, and things have sort of conspired against me since probably May of last year, and that's Chirk, which is North Wales near Wrexham, I believe. Now, when it's busy, from what I can gather, it's huge. It's at least as big as some of the bigger ones around the Birmingham area. So at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later, I'll be going to Chirk. And I'm a member of the Car Boot Sell Finder UK Facebook group. Now, I tell everybody about this because it's a brilliant resource of finding boot sales up and down the country. They're not, it's not necessarily resellers, although a lot of resellers will use it. But if all you need to do is type in looking for a boot sale round around such an area, now you'll get replies from the organisers, from other boot sale fanatics, and obviously other resellers as well. and I've found it a really good resource for finding new boot sales or existing boot sales in a certain area. As you guys all know, I'm not averse to traveling further afield. I spent a lot of time in Yorkshire last year. Went up to the northeast on one occasion as well. So I like going a bit further afield just for a different take on things. I always find it's a really good practice to shake things up. In fact, specifically with charity shops as well, it's always great practice to mix up your routes. Don't be hitting the same places all the time. I know it's great when you've got a relationship with shop managers and you get the old "would you like to come out back" kind of conversations going. But as far as creating opportunities for yourselves are concerned, if you are getting into more places, that will happen, and you'll have a broader spectrum. All it takes is a manager change in one shop that you've spent years building up a relationship with, and you're back to square one. So go broad. Anyway, short answer to that question, Andrew. Absolutely. I love the idea of a MacBook, but don't love the idea of the price. The thing is, this is a bit of it's a contentious point, Cherry. Yeah, the Macs are expensive, but in my experience, they last a lot longer. They're a lot more future-proof than PCs, and I've probably spent as much on both, but I'm buying one Mac for every 2 PCs. The Mac, I think on the last live I showed it, the Mac I'm using at the minute is the cheapest one that Apple do. It's the Mac Mini M1 at £699. Now that's a lot of money. You can get a decent PC for that. And you don't even get anything with that. You just get the computer itself. So you still need to buy a monitor, mouse and keyboard on top of that. But it's fantastic. It's super fast and it integrates with all my other Apple devices. Okay, Jumble Day tomorrow. Yeah, a few people have mentioned that. Well, say a few. A couple of people have mentioned that they're going to Jumbles tomorrow. Chin. A lot of people are making themselves. Okay, time check. We've got 3 minutes to duck race, guys, where you can win this lovely lighting rig. Mannequin's not included, but postage is. Wherever you live in the world, I will send it you. Okay, looking for new comments. 5-year-old years or better. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, better than new PC. In fact, Kev, I've mentioned before the MacBook Pro that I used for my listing and postage and whatnot. I bought. I mean, to be fair, it hadn't been used, but it was a 2015 model, and I bought it in 2019. I want to say it probably been used a couple of times, and it worked as it was brand new, and I still use it today. It's never missed a beat. So 100% agree with it. eBay doesn't give a flying fuck. Yeah. My word, the spammers are properly in tonight. Somebody kick Barbara Audley out, please. Thank you. Apple, I like Harley Davidson. They're very proud of their products. I want you to know it. High prices. Yeah, but unlike Harley, Apple's not going to leave you stranded on the side of a highway. I'm sorry, Santa. Just banter. I love the look of Harleys. I really do. It's always my pleasure, Mr. Frog. Even when I learn your name, I insist on calling you Mr. Frog. I hope you don't mind, because I think it's cool. Sets you aside from everybody else. Cheers for the love, mate. May you be, not me, but no, it's absolutely, yeah. I've been watching your videos for a while, but I think it's the first time live. Yeah, there's a few to catch up on. They're not very good, if I'm honest, because they're live. My uploaded videos very, very heavily edited. I use the excuse that I like a bit of pace in the videos, so I do sort of like chop out the and the gaps in speaking and stuff like that. But really, I'm just not very good. But I love it, so it doesn't matter. I think Vidal Baboon will be my only comment that outlives me. Absolutely, yeah, he certainly will. It's on foot. Maybe he hasn't retired. Maybe he's just on holiday somewhere nice. Maybe he'll make a return on special occasions, like for your birthday or something, Rich. I've got back with half a wheel. That sounds like the first half of a joke, Gary. Oh, we are on, guys. We are on. This is your 30-second warning for the duck race. Right, okay. Just keep your fingers crossed this doesn't go absolutely tits up. I'm going to do the best I can and hope it's good enough. Right, so here we go. So what I'm going to do is paste all the names in there. There we go. We've got 38 people in the race. This should go quite well. Yeah. Okay, that's done. Click on done. We're going to set the timer for 2 minutes because I think I did a 3-minute one earlier and it just seemed to take about a day and a half. We don't need to edit the list. Okay, set. We're confident. We are confident. There are all your ducks, people. Good luck. Okay, let's see some late comments coming in on the duck race. Okay, it's duck time. Here we go, duck time. Banter clause, absolutely. Here we go, some more hellos. Lee Cola Flipper, you're in. Oh. Is that Cola comment meaning it's in the chat? Anyway, if you are, welcome, Lee. You're too late to get a duck. Unlucky, mate. He is as well. There you go. Lee, too late to get a duck, mate. Where were you? You should have been here early. You could have had a duck. This light over my shoulder could have had your name on it, but unlucky, my friend. Can't see all the ducks. No, you won't be able to. They'll separate a bit. They are definitely all there, 38 names, and you might be able to, just from the lineup, be able to pick your name out at the list. Usually when these races are going on, they give everybody a bit of sort of like time in the spotlight, but there can only be one winner. Here we go. My duck has been training hard for this. That's Mr. Matty. Kev, love this, would have entered, but I've got some lighting. You could have given it away to somebody you love. This is a special bit of equipment, sent lovingly from me. Thumbs up, people, from Babs in the Attic, Tea Cakes, Suspenders. We're building up the suspense here. The comment is hiding some ducks, Dave. What comment? The comment is hiding some ducks. Oh, yeah. Okay, right. Sorry, let's take that off. Well spotted. Right, so comments out of the way. I think I might be obscuring it a little bit. But anyway, we're going to go. We are going to go. Is everybody ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go. See what I did there? Right, 3. Where's the start button? There it is. 3, 2, 1. And we are off. Who's going to take an early lead? We've got Bang Bang Duck, the policeman, Chris Parkinson coming up on the middle, Matty H, a lovely pink colour, John Wylam and Alfie neck and neck. We've got Don coming up, who's a bit of a contender. On the outside, I can't make out, that's Tea Cakes, Car Boot, Chris. This is not a fix, I swear, with his unicorn headgear going on. Tam and Bell taking a lead with a spotty pink, poorly looking duck. Should be a fish, but here we go. Maybe that would be an unfair advantage. Jason coming up on the outside, followed by Anya, who appears to be a strawberry. No idea why. Ian L coming up strongly on the middle. On the bottom, we've got Colin. Ian L still in the lead by a duck. Bang Bang Duck taking the lead. Should have his blues and twos on, being a policeman. Alex Grange, oh my word, he looks like some kind of red leper. Tea cakes again. Carol McDonald. There we go with the streamlining headgear on. Car boot Chris in the front. If you win, honestly, I'm going to get so much stick for this. Dan Hewitt, who's got his Donald Trump on, a Donald Duck Trump maybe. Alex taking the lead again. Joni at the top, obscured by the clock. 38 seconds to go. Annie of the Strawberry heading up the middle again. Please don't let Donald Trump win anything at all ever. We've got the night. That's some kind of ninja chop. Is that going on there? And here we have Matt in the middle, the pink stripy duck again. Martin J making a strong swim. John YLM. We'd seem to have two pullaways here. John YLM and Martin J clearly taking over the pack. John is flagging. My word, Martin, what's going on? Here comes the line, guys. Who's going to take the lead? Is it going to be? Oh my word, it's Claire. There you go. Maybe that will in some way make up for the 25 grand loss on your house shenanigans. Oh my word. I need to sit down after this. In fact, I've muted my sound, by the way, so maybe you can still hear ducks. Yeah, because I'm going to leave these ducks singing for a bit. I need to lie down. That was just far too much excitement for one evening for me. There was some very interesting looking ducks tonight. I'm so glad that no offense, Chris, I'm really quite glad you didn't win, because everybody would have said it was a fix, because essentially this is your game. Right, let's shut the ducks up. Shut up. There we go. I hope you enjoy that, lovely people. How crazy was that? How crazy was that? Anyway, yeah, Carver, Chris, I'm kind of glad you didn't win, because it's your game and everybody would have said it was a fix. But I'm especially glad that Donald Trump didn't win as well. No offense to any Trump supporters, but I'm just not. Let's see some. And I thought my duck had died. Look at that. What a win that is. Claire, do me a big favor on Instagram. Send me a direct message. If you're not already following me, it's ABL Reselling on Instagram. Send me a message and I'll get some details off you, and we'll get it off to you on Monday. And I'll dig out the extra bulb as well, just in case we have some postage issues. I definitely won't be sending it Hermes or LV, is it they're called now? Something like that. That's my face when I'm driving to work. Oh, a duck face. All my pictures are duck face. Cheers, Dave. Lots of fun. Lee's saying well done, Claire. Absolutely. Well done, Claire. I can't cope. Yeah, how exciting was that? How exciting is the duck race? I'm so glad that I saw it on the Cookie and the Haydens. By the way, if you're not already subscribed to Cookie and the Haydens, get on that, because talk about an all-rounder, extremely knowledgeable couple, and they put regular content out there, and I've found so much value in their content. So yeah, Cookie and the Haydens, I'm sure all you guys are subscribed to them anyway, but yeah, hit that channel up for sure. Lots and lots of congratulations. Joanne saying her ducks had too much bread. Ain't that just be the case? Chris is saying that was so intense. Wasn't it just? But it was a lot of fun too, right? It's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. I actually quite enjoy that as well. I feel a little bit giddy as well. So anyway, Chris, I'm offering my services as a commentator if next Saturday, or next time we do a live, should I say, on Monday. It'll be Monday, wouldn't it? I would have thought. But then again, saying that, I've got a duck in the race, and obviously I'll be egging my own duck on. It was ducking fun. It was a lot of ducking fun. Really enjoyed that. 80 people in the chat. Yeah, definitely. Far be it from me to do the self-promotion thing. But if you guys can hit the thumbs up on this video, I'd appreciate it. I mean, that the duck race alone has got to be worth the thumbs up. Never mind me waffling on for the last hour. Not a problem at all, sir. Not a problem at all. It's an accolade. It's a credit where it's absolutely due. I just glad my duck didn't drown. I know what it is, Santa. You changed your name, didn't you? You should have left your duck as Harley Davidson. You might have been in with a chance then. That cracked me up. Yeah. Some good commentating. Yeah, I just like most things I do in life, Cherry, I just make this shit up as I go along. Thanks, Dave. Have a good duck race. I hope the sun shines over the weekend for carbohydrates. It's a pleasure having you, Antoinette. We're gonna wrap this up quite soon. Captain is first. All right, yeah, not a problem at all on the commentating. Not a problem at all. Just picked up. Please me final record from a boot sale. Does anyone know how much to sell it for? It's that old question again. I think that's probably the wrong place to be answering this question. What do eBay comps say? If anybody can get ITZ, it's James. Any steers on how we can best research vinyl? That'd be very helpful. I'm gonna have to shoot now. Stay blessed. Catch up on it. Absolutely. Take care, Max. I'm going to be wrapping this up soon. Thanks, Dave. Can't get too many duck races. Absolutely. And I think we are at the bottom of the chart. Ladies and gentlemen, you have made this evening emotional. It's been absolutely fantastic. I've enjoyed it immensely. It's been great spending time with you. I think this is a new personal best as far as people in the chat and in any one of my lives it goes, that's for sure. So I've certainly been feeling the love. If you've nothing better to do tomorrow night, 7:30, you've got Saturday Night Live. Definitely recommend that one. It's absolutely brilliant. They make my lives look like some kind of seedy backstreet illegitimate child that nobody really wants. Those guys are the professionals. Saturday Night Live, 7:30, Night's Live channel. I've got a video coming out at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It's a bit of a monster as well, but spoiler alert, there's 3 superstar people in that video. It's a boot sale video, which are my most popular videos. So yeah, check that out. 5 o'clock tomorrow, and I think it's finished uploading. It won't be last minute like last week's, I promise. So it'll be ready to rock and roll for 5 o'clock tomorrow. Thanks very much, guys. I've been Dave Keeffe. You've been so amazing. I'll see you really soon.